Hello everybody, this is Chichihiro and welcome back to another episode of my playthrough of 9 hours, 9 persons, 9 doors. I don't want to be in this place any longer than I need to, so let's jump right into it. No intro, we're just gonna start looking around. Okay, so immediately the first thing I want to look at, although do I really want to? I have to. Let's look at this. A really creepy chair. Manacles make me think it was used to torture people. Well, we can't open these manacles without a key. Do we have to? Is it necessary? God. There's some sort of weird symbol on them. A symbol? Can I look at it? What kind of symbol? Well, if I got this right, I think it's the sun symbol. Oh, that's right. Hold on, yeah. We have to open the sun door, which I had completely forgotten about until I took a look at my notes. Like, I think this was sometime during the true ending, and I was like, oh yeah, I've been writing down the planet symbols that we've been finding, and I have the sun symbol here, so where the hell was even that? And then I remember this is probably in like one of the main decks. So are we going there finally? Because that place interests me. All right. So this is what we're doing here, huh? The manacles are still locked in place. They've got a sun symbol engraved on them. Okay. Doesn't look like there's anything else to do with this for now, so let's look at everything else. There's something on the screen. This device will conduct the experiment. Once the experiment has been completed, the door will unlock. Oh, no. First, adjust the switches to match the blocks in the sample above. Huh. I don't know what this thing is, but we gotta figure out this puzzle. It's right next to a torture chair. Maybe it is. Whatever it is, I don't think it's good. Anyway, we just adjust the switches to match the blocks up on top, right? You adjust the switches shown on the four corners of the screen, then press the check button. Junpei, we don't know what this thing does. You can always come back to it later. There are lots of other things you could do. Yeah, I think... Ooh. First of all, I hate the way this looks. Second, we're gonna actually heed Lotus's tips because I don't want to jump into puzzles not knowing even what I'm supposed to do. Let's just look around first and then get to the puzzles. Whenever you turn on one of the switches, more blocks show up on the screen. Yeah, I haven't even tried to, so don't spoil the puzzle for me, Seven. So I think you gotta figure out which buttons you have to press in order to get the screen to match the diagram. Yeah, but it's hard to figure out what button does what. If you want to see how many blocks each switch has, just turn on one switch. When all of them are off, and there aren't any blocks, right? Then you can see how many each switch adds. Hold on, okay. Oh yeah, I get it. So now that they're talking about the puzzle, I immediately want to check it out and see if we can even solve it without having to find clues around this place, because... to match the blocks on top and press the check button. Okay. Let's actually do whatever I just said we are not going to do. Let's just do it. Okay, so this... Is this loss? This is loss, right? Loss adjacent. God damn it. Okay. So one. And what this does... For example, this one is shared between them. All right. So... Oh, okay, so we have to match this shape. Do we? Yeah. All right. Yeah. This is what we have to get, but... This one turns on a bunch of them. This one... Okay. There's probably like a better order to do this. So let's actually go and walk around and look for clues. When you turn each switch on, the numbers of blocks goes up. Each switch has a different number of blocks. But if you think about it, all you gotta do is a couple addition problems. If you turn a single switch on and count its blocks and do that for every switch, it's super easy. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. I'm probably gonna forget about it. But, um, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I feel like some of the puzzles in this game are structured in such a way that you're probably able to solve them if you just try. But then if you're really struggling, you're bound to find like some clues either in the dialogue or looking around the room. Like the first one that comes to mind that did some of like that was the lockers in the laboratory room, right? We needed to play like the little tile puzzle, and apparently we had the hint to solve that one, but I didn't even need to use it. I just did it in like 4 tries on my own. So yeah, I don't know, that's an interesting approach, but at the same time sometimes it makes me confused because I'm like, should I be trying to solve this? Should I be looking around? I don't know. Let's see, what do we have here? I don't want to take a look at this. There are a number of ominous looking tools and instruments here. Can we just leave it alone? Let's see, we've got an adze? An adze? What is that? A hammer? A pair of forceps? And these other things are too old and broken. I have no idea what they are. Hey, doesn't this wrench look way too new to be here with all this other stuff? Yes, it does. I didn't notice it before you mentioned it, but it's not rusty at all. Stick it. This wrench looks brand new. Considering where we found it, I have to wonder how it was used. Knock it off. I don't want to think about that. You've already seen plenty of things that are a lot more cruel than that. You're unexpectedly sensitive. Listen, I can't help it, okay? Come on, let's not talk about stuff that doesn't matter, okay? We need to find somewhere where we can use this thing. And there's nothing wrong with being sensitive, by the way. We're in a terrible, terrible situation. Like, it would actually be more worrying if you weren't affected by any of this. Okay, so what do we have here? A, B, C, D, E, F. All of the dials are pointing in different directions. Maybe something will happen if we turn them? Huh. Shoot. They're all rusted. I guess turning them doesn't really do anything. So we have this one pointing like up. This one is kind of pointing down. And this one is also kind of pointing up, but slightly at a different angle than this one. What about this? The needle on the gauge is at 0. It doesn't look like it's going to move. Sure. Dials are rusted. I don't think they're pointing. I don't think where they're pointing means anything. Okay, good. And the needle is at 0. Red, yellow, do you think the colors mean something? No idea. I mean, red looks more dangerous, but other than that, the bottom of this one looks like it's covered in rust. I don't think it'll move at all. This one is not gonna move? Okay. These levers have gotta turn something on. Of course they would. All they can do is turn something on or off. What's important is what they turn on or off. Yeah. Don't say the floor is going to suddenly open up. It better not. There are a bunch of buttons here with the letters A through F on them. Okay, Hex Brain activated. I wonder if they do anything. Down you go. So if I press it again, back you come. I guess these buttons switch something on or off when you push them. What they activate, however, we don't know. So can I leave one of them on, then back out and see if something has changed in the room? Maybe. There are a ton of knobs here. Doesn't seem like any of them do anything though. Do you think it's broken? Maybe just not meant to be part of the puzzle, you know? I can get it to do anything. I shouldn't waste my time messing around with it. Only the buttons here seem relevant, so this stays on. Okay, good. Let's look around the room then, in that case. Anything with this? What's wrong, Junpei? What are you doing on the floor? Well, I thought maybe if I got down there, I could see through the glass. It's not working, though. You don't think it's just a large sheet of glass they put into an indentation? I don't know. I mean, why would they do that? And the placement of the chair? You're not making sense, Junpei. What's your point? Well, I'm not sure, but don't you think there's something under the glass? Yeah? Like another room? Like another, you know? Maybe the glass is one way, like they have in a police station, you know? Or maybe it's just covered with something that makes it opaque. Nah, doesn't matter how close I get, I still can't see anything. Echoes when I knock on it, though. I wonder if it's hollow. Yeah, probably. But doesn't look like it's gonna open anytime soon. Man, you ain't gonna give up on that thing, are ya? You know we don't got time for shit like that, kid. Come on, that's why I wanna take a good look at it. Think about all the other rooms we've gone through. Through? We've gone through. I'm gonna assume that's through, yeah? You never know where you might find a puzzle, you know? You gotta be suspicious of everything. Absolutely. This would be my modus operandi. What? Why on earth are you putting your ear on the floor? It's filthy. Oh, that's weird. I think I can hear water down there. Water, huh? Mm-hmm. Interesting. Water underneath the glass. Too dark to tell right now. Okay. So, yeah. Knowing where we are, this is probably like, you know, the water that leaked into the door where Jumpy awake. That had to come from somewhere. We're in a building in the middle of the desert. Obviously, we thought that was salt water, but apparently not. It looks like this catwalk goes across about half of the room. I think it's made like that so you can get around without standing on the floor. For an important reason, that might be the case. Catwalk that works around the half of the room. This is the exit. It's said the door will unlock if we complete the experiment. So in other words, we aren't getting out of that door until we finish this experiment. Well, let's do that then. Lights? There's nothing suspicious about these lights. They're a little blurry from the dust, but that's about it. We also gotta examine all the lights. Lights and pipes. That's what we always have to check. This handrail runs all the way from the entrance. It doesn't go down on one side of the stairs. Okay, is that important in some way? What about this? The cover's bolted on there pretty good. Should be able to get those bolts off with this wrench we just found though. Okay, sure. Sweet, it's open. What's in there? The hole's too small. You can't see in even with the cover off. Well, you can't see in, but I think there's enough room to stick your arm in. Oh, are you brave enough to do that? You could not pay me to do that. Are you sure you want to do that? There could be something dangerous in there. I mean, listen, if it was death, if it was life or death, I would do it. But, do you know those kind of like it's a prank, right? Where you have a box and you put something like harmless inside, but you are asking someone to put in their hand blindly, not knowing what they're gonna find, and they're so scared because they think it's like a rat or like a snake or something like that. Ugh, yeah. Okay, I admit that scares me a little, but we need to see if there's anything useful in there. So, all right, here we go. Arm into the hole. Hey, I think I can feel something. It's small, cold, and hard. Doesn't feel like there's anything else in there. All right, let's see what this thing is. Aha! The sun key. A key with the sun symbol on it. Oh, we're going in there. We should be able to open the other door with this. Yeah, but we gotta get out of this room before we can do that. And we're probably gonna need the sun key to do that. But none of the doors in this room have keyholes. I bet we gotta use it on something that's not a door. On something that's not a door, huh? And it has a strange shape too. I don't think it goes into any of the doors in this room. Okay. There's nothing in there anymore. Sure. I found the sun key hidden inside the tank. Okay. Anything else over here? The L-shaped pipe and the straight one are both connected to this tank thing. They're pretty big pipes, but that tank's even bigger. Yeah. Doesn't look like much of relevance. Of course, the entrance is locked. It's been like that in every room we've been in. What did you expect? There's no point to try to go back. Let's just think about going forward, alright? Sure. Bunch of pipes up near the ceiling. I don't think there's gonna be a puzzle up there. At least I hope not. We can even reach them. It's time to make a stack. 7, you grab Lotus. And then Lotus, you grab me. We probably can reach. A lot of dust on the light. It makes it look like this room hasn't been used in a long time. Yeah. And are the walls meant to be like, you know, like pillows? Ugh. When you look at it from here, the catwalk looks pretty high up. That makes the stairs pretty steep. We better be careful going up and down on them. Sure. Okay. Anything else to look at here? Rusty torture tools? I don't think there's anything else we need. Yeah, we took what we had to, and yeah. What about this? Can we turn on all of them and see if something has changed? Because it doesn't look like it, but there's gotta be something, right? Like some sort of hint regarding this. Oh, what? There's a strange noise coming from the chair. It looks like it's been turned on. I guess the puzzle here was that the power had to be sent in a specific way. Was it? I was just messing with the buttons. Was there even like a proper solution or just experimenting? Alright, well, I mean, I'll take it, but sure. Sun key should fit into the keyhole on these manacles. Alright, that's it. Alright, sun key, in you go. And yes. Great, they're open. I don't think we're gonna need the sun key again in here, though. It seems unlikely. Alright, sun key, you've done your job. Into my pocket with you. Yeah. Now, does one of us actually have to sit here? Ugh. Well, they're open. What are you gonna do now? Let's just look around some more. I got a feeling that something will happen. Right. We should try and figure out what the device over in the corner is for at any rate. This, right? Adjust the switches to match the blocks on top and then press the check button. Alright. So they said something about the hint being adding how many squares turn on, but it always seems like the pattern is exactly the same, so I don't know how that matters. Let me just add them, okay? Let me just count them. So we have 1 here, 4, 2, 4. So 1, 4, 2, 4. Let me write that down just in case. 1, 4, 2, 4. Now, this one is 3, 1, 2, 3. Hold on. And these are different patterns from the previous time, what aren't they? Hang on. 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay. What happens if I keep turning them on and off? The patterns are the same, so... Okay. Now this is 2, 0, 3, 1. And lastly, that's 4, 5, 2, 2. I don't know if I'm cooking here. I don't know if I'm doing anything right, but it's what they said, right? So I'm just gonna listen to their tips. And the hint is this. But so let's count. This is 8, right? This is 10. Yeah. This is 6. And this is 9. So let me write that down as well. 8, 10, 6, and 9. So is it just a matter of adding up the, like if I do this and this, it's gonna be 10 here. Oh, this is it. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Maybe I was overthinking it. I don't know. Adjustment is completed. Now proceeding to execution phase. Oh, I don't like the sound of that. To complete the experiment, data must be collected from subject. Once preparation is finished, place subject in chair. Whoa, I thought we solved the puzzle already. What does it mean by preparation? I don't know. I've got a bad feeling about this. Oh, and guess who is gonna be the guinea pig, huh? I think this means one of us has gotta sit in the chair. Well, 7's never gonna fit in that thing. It's either you or me, Junpei. Collecting data. I wonder if it's gonna run electricity through the subject. No, don't say that. There's a human head on the screen. Maybe it's gonna zap the brain with a little electricity. Listen, like we know that the puzzle is not gonna harm the people solving it. Still, the optics of this whole room. Oh, I don't want to be in here. This really doesn't sound safe. Anyway, we're still gotta prepare. We can talk about this after we figure out what it means by preparation, alright? Well, it wants us to prepare, so maybe we gotta ask if... so maybe we oughta ask it what we need to do. Ask it. Yeah, okay. Sorry, I wasn't understanding that sentence. Error, the disposal tank is closed. Please fill tank with water. What tank? Oh man, don't tell me we gotta do something with a water tank. Well, there's probably something around here to open the tank or whatever it's asking us to do. It looks like the only controls are in this room. Like this? Like, do we gotta fill with water? I found the sun key, yeah. Anything with this control panel then? I can see some oil or something down here at the base of the lever. Yeah, feels like it's got some movement to it. I should be able to pull this one. Okay, we never actually tried pulling this one, so do that. Alright, let's pull the lever. Is that water? What the hell? What's going on? Will you calm down? It's just water going somewhere. Sounds like it's underneath us. That means the floor. Oh. Junpei, look. What's she... Oh, damn. I can see through the glass now. Can we? Oh. That doesn't look safe. What the hell? Is this a shark? What is going on? EDBF? Sure. What? It looks like the letters EDBF on the shark's underside are for the buttons on the control panel. Okay, EDBF. Let's do that then. EDBF. Oh, yeah, this is the ones that... Okay. God damn it. See, this is what I was talking about. About sometimes there being like... there's not a set order in which you have to do things, and obviously with several puzzles the combinations are gonna be so endless that you're gonna make better time if you just actually try to solve it with your brain power. But with this, I just tried pressing the buttons at random because there are not many possible combinations, I guess, or at least not the way I was doing it. So yeah, there we go. That's something that we didn't actually need to do because this is already activated. Now, however, we do need to figure out something about the water tank. So let's see. The restraining device is unlocked. Please sit subject in device. Okay, so we got everything that we need. So let's do it. The message on the screen was disturbingly detached.
Well, like we thought, it's not going to work unless someone sits in it.
How ironic that this would be the situation in which this slim, beautiful body is useful.
Oh. Lotus, are you actually gonna volunteer? That's great.
Lotus, are you sure? I can sit in it and you can solve.
Junpei's right. If we screw it up...
Seven couldn't bring himself to finish the thought. His eyes fell to the floor. He cares about her. And also... She's been, you know, this is a little bit of character growth in that sense, I suppose, because she's always been like so prim and proper about not wanting to do things. Like, she refused to go into door 5 with the remains of the 9th man and stuff. She's been so, you know, not wanting to touch anything with the toilets and stuff. I mean, that's understandable, that's fair, but the fact that now she's like, I'll do it, that's good. Junpei followed them. Beneath them was the dead shark floating underneath the glass. Perhaps it had been killed by an electric shock.
I'll be fine. Even if I fall in, the shark is already dead.
Yeah.
But
what's gonna happen? That water doesn't look safe. Don't worry about the shark. It's the water that looks radioactive.
No one likes an indecisive man, Junpei. I can still give you advice from the chair too, you know.
Oh, hell yeah.
I just don't want to stay in this room any longer than we have to. Go over to that screen and let's get this over with.
And again, just going off of the assumption that this is a puzzle and this is all just a set piece, I don't think anything bad is gonna happen. It's just creepy, and I would avoid it if possible. But if there are no other choices, then we gotta do what we gotta do, right? After her words had made it clear that Lotus would brook no argument, she turned and walked toward the chair without hesitation. But she didn't sit down. Uh-huh. Despite what she had said, she didn't indeed feel hesitation. Her legs shook.
Look, do you think you could do me one last favor?
But but don't sound like you're gonna die.
Don't say last.
Yeah, yeah.
You're making me nervous.
Just listen. If something happens to me, I want you to tell my daughters.
My daughters. Plural? Hang on. Okay. Yeah, this is what I wanted.
Tell them that I loved them very much.
That I loved them very much. Past tense. Oh, Lotus, what
No.
happened?
Tell them that I will always love them.
Daughters?
You've got kids?
Uh-huh.
Yes, I do. I suppose they're about your age, Junpei.
Oh.
They're twins. I had them when I was young after... well, some things happened.
Oh.
Their names are Nona and...
Wait!
Nona. Yeah. Yeah. Uh-huh. So I was right. And what about the other then?
Nona?
Junpei's words shot out before he even realized what he was saying. He remembered the story Seven had told him.
Aoi, Light, and Nona. Those were their names. Well, some of them. The kids that were in the experiment.
But what the hell? What's wrong with you?
Lotus took a step back from Junpei.
Oh.
Seven looked just as shocked as Junpei. He blinked his eyes rapidly as if he weren't sure if he was completely awake.
No way. It couldn't. Lotus, is your last name
Uh-huh.
Kashiwabara?
Is it? Hashiwawara. Lotus's eyes went wide.
How do you know that?
Are you serious? What the hell is this?
Oh my goodness, yeah, he would know.
There's no way you're that kid's mom.
That kid? Wait, what do you mean that kid? Why are you acting like you've met her?
Seven's brow furrowed.
I have.
Yeah.
What?
So would the other girl in the other building? Would she be in building Q?
Yeah, I met one of your kids.
When?
9 years ago.
Where?
On this ship.
Why
Uh-huh.
were you...
It's not a short story.
It's really not, but I think this is a good topic of conversation to have because holy moly.
Look, I don't care how long it is. Tell me, please, what happened here?
What is Lotus's connection?
Fine, I'll tell you.
Like, how did that happen? How the girls end up... They're obviously gonna tell me in a moment. Let's just, I don't know. Oh my goodness, yeah, this is what I wanted. Seven glanced at Junpei, then turned back to Lotus and began to speak. It was the same story Junpei had heard only minutes before, every detail.
But... And then, that was when. From there, it looked like... Just as if, finally...
This is the short version.
That's all I remember from 9 years ago.
At last, Seven finished. Lotus shook her
Oh
head.
my god. Everything I've been looking for the last 9 years.
Okay,
Person
okay.
who had all the answers was right here.
Looking for?
Yes, that's right. 9 years ago, my daughters disappeared.
Right.
Then 9 days later, they came back.
9 days, huh? That was a short time frame for the experiment then.
They never told me what happened to them over those 9 days.
All right.
I took them to the doctor, but I was told they hadn't been hurt in any way.
Oh.
Still, I was sure that they had been through something terrible.
Yeah, no kidding.
So I couldn't bring myself to force them to talk about it.
Shit.
If I did, then I'd force them to relive whatever horrors they'd been through. I didn't have any choice. I had to try and ignore it and move on.
That's rough. That's so rough.
Oh.
A few months passed. Gradually, they started to act like they always had, before they disappeared. They smiled and made jokes and did all the silly things kids do. It got harder and harder for me to ask them about what happened. How could I ask them to remember that?
Yeah, like at that age especially, like that's a bunch of repressed trauma that they would be experiencing right there. And What do you even do in that situation as a parent? You know, like, get it. I get her.
Eventually, I knew there was no way I could do it. But I'm still a mother. I couldn't simply forget that something terrible had happened to my children.
Yeah,
So I decided I would investigate what happened on my own.
she's been looking into it, huh?
I would find out what happened during those 9 missing days.
What did you find out?
Nothing.
Nothing at all, huh?
The police pretended to be concerned, but they didn't do anything.
This is exactly what I was wondering, honestly, because, yeah, I mentioned this. How do you even, like, hide something of this scale as Cradle Pharmaceuticals?
Once the 16 children who'd gone missing came back, things were just... Even the media didn't talk about what had happened.
So, yeah, the kidnappings were reported, but then the aftermath, that was not covered at all. So that's so interesting.
I figured someone was probably paying or threatening them to keep their mouths shut.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cradle Pharmaceuticals.
Mm-hmm.
No, probably something even bigger than that.
Something even bigger? What?
Cradle Pharmaceuticals.
Hold on. Is there more going on than we already know from the true ending?
Have you heard of them before?
No. It's the first time I've ever heard that name.
Uh-huh.
7. How did you find out that Cradle Pharmaceuticals was connected to the kidnappings in the first place?
I figured finding out whatever the victims had in common would lead me to the culprit. That's what any good cop does.
Yeah, but probably everyone else connected to this investigation was, like bribed or blackmailed, and they just didn't go through with the investigations. Only he did. Huh.
What did they have in common?
Every single one of the kids who disappeared had gone to this one hospital at some point.
Yeah.
The hospital was one of a bunch that were under the control of Cradle Pharmaceuticals. After that, it was just about connecting the dots.
The hospital.
The hospital.
And for a while, I was trying to get some kind of information out of the kids at the hospital. One of them told a weird story.
Okay.
What was it?
Have you heard about the Gansfeld experiment?
Yeah. Hold on. Yeah. Didn't Snake mention this in the true ending? And I was like, out of all the weird psychological experiments we've been told about, we don't know about that one. Was Light the kid he interviewed?
I guess all these kids had to go through it while they were at the hospital. I
Oh,
think it was passed off as some sort of counseling.
yeah. That's how they tested for the siblings that had that special connection with the morphogenetic fields.
What did you call it again?
Oh, the Gansfeld experiment.
Mm-hmm.
This is how it's set up. First, subjects Q and A are put into separate rooms, far away from one another. Then a series of video images are shown to subject Q, who is told to send the images to subject A by thinking about them.
Yeah.
Subject A, on the other hand, is put in a large reclining chair and given a blindfold. With their senses cut off, A is asked to guess what images Q is looking at.
Oh, yes, I've heard of that. It's a famous telepathy experiment, isn't it?
Telepathy. That's how the experiment on this ship was supposed to work.
Yeah.
Experiment to control people, right?
Yeah. I don't know if any of the telepathy stuff really exists.
Well, in this game's universe, it absolutely does, 100%.
But maybe someone from Cradle Pharmaceuticals bought into it.
Uh-huh. The guy at the very top. Lotus grunted. 7 had been thinking hard for the last several minutes and finally spoke.
Even if that is the case, I still don't get how that has anything to do with any of this. The Nonary Games, Zero, why we were kidnapped.
Yeah, because I think I pretty much know why everyone else is here, but why are Lotus and 7 here? Because they are connected, we know the connection right now, but why are they necessary pieces of the puzzle?
What does any of that have to do with telepathy? I know I brought all this up, but I have no idea.
Like, am I missing something? Is there a compelling, strong reason why they had to be brought here?
Maybe none of this stuff is connected after all.
No, it is. Then, in that moment of silence, A cold voice echoed down from the ceiling. What is
No
that?
subject has been detected. Unless a subject is detected within 60 seconds, all power will be shut down.
Oh shit. Okay.
System recovery is estimated to take 1 hour.
No. We can't waste that
If you
time.
wish to proceed with the experiment, please seat subject in the restraining device.
Whoa, that doesn't sound good.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going.
Oh, no, that's not what we.
Just hurry up and get it over with.
Well, it doesn't have to be Lotus. It probably can be myself, but
Junpei, I'm counting on you.
Right.
Lotus sat down on the chair. Junpei looked at her one last time, then made his way to the monitor.
Lotus, please, tell me right away if you feel anything weird.
Yeah.
You worry too much. Now get on with it and be a man, or June's gonna leave you.
Oh, there we go again with the teasing. Lotus was putting on the best act she could manage, but her legs were shaking so much that if she hadn't been sitting, she likely would have fallen down.
Lotus.
Failure was not acceptable.
Okay, let's do this.
Junpei took one last deep breath and stared at the monitor. Okay, so we turn this around. So we have several angles here. Here I can see 8 and 6. Then there's 1, 2, and off. Before I touch anything, I'm just trying to see if this is like a perspective thing. Like this is yeah, these are the ones on this side. And these are the ones on the other side. So what do I gotta do now? This one looks kind of like an arrow. Okay, I'm just gonna start touching buttons, okay? So, oh, I see. So this turns... This is 1, this is position 2, and this is off. This is 1, this is 2, and this is off. So what happens if I do this? So what happens if I do this? We need to turn these 3 on. Well, actually, these 4, Okay. Now, from this angle, if I do this, and I do this, this looks good, I think. No, it doesn't. We have to turn all of them here. Well, most of them. Okay. Yeah. I'm just gonna... Okay. Okay. So here, this one is turned on because this one is turned on. So this one turns this and this on. And this one as well. So let's see what each of them turns on either side, okay? So this one, position 1 in this quadrant right here. This 2 and this here. Now what if I do this? Now what if I do this? This one's good right here, right now. But what about the other side? This one's good. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Excellent. The experiment has concluded. The door will now unlock. I can hear the door unlocking. And now we've got a new message. Release subject from restraining device. Lotus, are you alright? Yes, I am. I'm glad nothing bad happened, but I do think my life just got a little shorter. Hold on, I'll get you out right away. Shouldn't take long for Seven and me to get her out of here. Let's get out of here now. Being a guinea pig is not for me. Damn straight. I don't think I ever want to see this thing again. Okay, so I think it's time to leave this horrible, horrible place. with all the new knowledge that we now have in our pocket. And a key, which is also in our
The
pocket.
hallway goes to the left.
It does, Junpei. And we're gonna see exactly where this leads to, though I have a feeling, in the next episode. Guys, thank you so much for watching this episode. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you've enjoyed it. And I will see you in the next one. Goodbye for now.